What's the most shameless double standard you've ever encountered? I live with one. Or I should say, I lived with one. It was my husband's view of our two kids. We have a daughter, Amy, who's 16, and a son, Leo, who is 17. The rules for them were so different, it was like they grew up in separate houses. Amy had a long list of chores. She had to cook dinner twice a week, do her own laundry, and keep her room spotless. She had a 10 p.m. curfew, even on weekends, and we expected her to get good grades, which she did. She was a straight A student. Leo, on the other hand, his only chore was to take out the trash, and he usually forgot. He didn't have a curfew. His grades were just okay, but my husband would celebrate a C+ like he'd won a Nobel Prize. Whenever I brought it up, my husband would just say, "He's a boy, he's figuring things out. We need to teach Amy to be responsible." The whole thing exploded one Tuesday night. Amy came home at 10:15, 15 minutes late. She was at her friend's house, helping her study for a big test. My husband grounded her for 2 weeks. No phone, no going out. Amy was so upset, she just went to her room and cried. Later that same night, around 2 in the morning, I heard the front door open. It was Leo. He'd been at a party. I went downstairs and my husband was already there. He just looked at Leo, smiled, and said, "Have a good time, son. Go get some sleep." Not a single word about how late it was. I just stared at him. I looked at our son, who was walking to his room without a care in the world. Then I went to check on Amy. She was sitting on her bed, her homework perfectly laid out on her desk. She looked at me with these tired, sad eyes and said, "It doesn't matter how hard I try, does it?" That was it for me. The next Saturday morning, I called a family meeting. In the living room, I had set up a giant whiteboard. On it, I had written Family Contribution System. I explained that from now on, the entire house was running on points. Every single chore had a point value. Taking out the trash was 5 points. Cooking a meal was 25 points. Scrubbing a bathroom was 50 points. Then I showed them the other side of the board. All privileges now had a point cost. An hour of video games, 10 points. Using the car for a night, 150 points. A weekend sleepover, 200 points. This applied to everyone, me included. My husband and Leo just stared at the board. Then my husband started to laugh. "What is this? You can't be serious." I looked him right in the eye. "I've never been more serious." I pointed to the chore list. "To get things started, I've assigned all of this week's chores to you and Leo. Amy and I have already earned our points for the week by handling everything up until now." Leo was furious. "What? I have to clean the bathrooms to go out with my friends? That's not fair." I just smiled. "It's the only thing that is fair. Your privileges for the weekend cost 200 points. Right now, you both have 0. Better get started." Amy, who had been silent this whole time, looked at the board. She saw the long list of chores next to her brother's and father's names. Then she looked at me, and this slow, bright smile spread across her face. I grabbed my purse and Amy's hand. "Come on, sweetie. Let's go get some brunch. We've earned it." We walked out the door, leaving my husband and son standing in front of the whiteboard, looking at a sponge and a bucket like they'd never seen them before.